This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing. This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual Purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the Purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the Purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be. This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual Purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the Purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the Purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the Purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
Yes, man. Let's turn this down. Purge is underway. A lot of this, I'm sure, is tied up in leverage, margin. Crypto's definitely tied up in leverage. And then the fear you can't get your money out is obviously shaking people. Not much I would run up on right now, man. Yesterday or Friday, we're talking about this. The S&P closed under the 20. We didn't quite have the crossover. We've actually got that now. We've blown through the lows. I mean, this is stage 4 decline. I would not be buying this. I would not buy this here. Not yet. We still have plenty of room to go lower. The S&P's not extreme. So, nothing you could do here but wait, man. That's on the S&P. So, no bottom yet. I mean, if we get back up in this level, that's a really good sign. It's trying. We'll see, man. We'll see where it goes. Yeah, so I think that Purge introduction is right. The only stock that I see standing its ground right now is Coca-Cola. These are the type of stocks that, Coke just went positive. It's up a $1.20. Obviously, I own Coke. This is one that any chance you can get on these stage ones, you just accumulate. It's just one of those assets that doesn't really, you're not going to get rich owning Coke. You're not going to probably lose your money either. Hold on, take that back. So that's the S&P stage 4 decline, man. It is what it is. Not much we can do. I wouldn't try to be brave here. He says I need to own some Coke. The time you needed to own Coke is when Coke's doing bad, though. Okay? You got to start looking at it, things like that. You want to own shit when other people don't want to own it. And if you can get ahead of that, it takes a couple years for that to kick in. This is the problem. And like if I'm out buying assets that people don't want to own, it could go for years like that. Nobody wants to own it. When I first started buying real estate, I know it's hard to believe now, nobody wanted to own real estate. Only dumbasses owned real estate. And I used to get made fun of. They'd be like, oh, you buying more you slumlord? And then people would laugh at me. Serious. There was a time where you got laughed at for owning real estate, man. It was not like it is today because of YouTube and all this stuff and Airbnb. So, to get ahead of that cycle, you may be the lone guy out there for a minute. So don't let that mess with you, man. Everybody. Hold on, just a second. I'm live right now. So.
Oh, okay.
What's up?
I was going to show you my new hats.
The new hats? Yeah, I saw you wearing it earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, those are badass, man.
No
Yeah,
worries.
yeah, we're gonna do it later. Is that the plan?
I guess so. I don't know what to do here.
Maybe ask them if they're gonna be stopping.
I know they're not done cutting,
Right.
but I'll ask them.
Yeah, cool. Sorry about that. It's my neighbor. I'm fixing to do an interview with him to talk about his buddy that got shot. Home invasion, beautiful neighborhood. 4 guys come in with AK-47, shoot up the house, shoot him up. He's in ICU. Just a citizen minding his business. Dangerous place out there, man. Let's see. Yeah, so S&P's down. Let's check in on the big 5, man. Everybody's going to be down. Dow was getting smashed. Dow's holding the bottom, though. If this bottom holds, that's pretty positive. I don't know how long it holds, but that is a positive sign. And it's a big flush out here. There's a lot of scared people, man. I'm going to be honest. I know a lot of smart people that are nervous. I just can't play in that game, man. I just given up trying to worry about shit like that. I put this morning on Instagram, I can't stress enough, whenever you have these kind of issues, your response to it will be directly related to your financial stability. Meaning, if you don't have debt, if you don't have student loans and car payments and credit card bills, and you don't have all that shit, you're like, yeah, it sucks to see my account balance go down, but it doesn't really, really fuck with your head. When you're over leveraged or you have a bunch of debt, it really fucks with your head. That's why I tell people all the time, pay off student loans before you invest. The markets are always here. This market will be doing this, ups and downs, and there'll be crashes in the future. That shit never ends. So you got to get your mind around the movement of that. And these times become opportunities, but they can't be an opportunity if you're all fucked up in the head, over leveraged, So it's super important, man. Super important. Super important that you get the house in order, man. Yeah, so if the Dow holds this, that's pretty good. And even if we end up going in recession, man, my advice to you is consider it a war. Like it's a war on your family, man. And you need to, try to come up with other ways to make money, immediately cut everything you don't need, get on the defensive, man. And because so many people are going to do that, that can actually cause the recession, but it is the proper, move to make, man. I'd cancel all vacations. I mean, if it's me, that's what I'm doing. I'm rich and I'm canceling it, man. We're at war, man. I need every fucking dollar I can to defend the kingdom. I got no time for bullshit. So if you're off bullshitting, I don't know. I don't know what to say to you, man. I don't know. Do what you got to do, I guess. So that's the Dow. The Dow looks like it's holding this low. That's pretty cool. We'll see if that holds up into the close. We got the Qs. Same story. These usually track together. Qs have broke support. SPYs broke support. Dow's still holding the previous anchor point. Remember, this is our anchor point. We could be looking at a new anchor point if this doesn't get back above it. So, but right now it's broken. This anchor point is broken. We use these anchor points to create order out of the chaos, right? And gives us order. It helps us, with these chart patterns. But with this broken, we really need this to get back above it into the close. I'm really not that concerned with the opens as much as I am the close. I like red opens. I don't do much at 8:30, 9 o'clock. That's day traders land. I don't day trade, so I'm not really doing much. Most of my moves come around 11, 11:30. And then around 2 o'clock. So between 11 and 12 and then 2 and 1 is usually when I'm looking to do what I want to do. I'm not doing anything today. I'm not buying anything. Nothing. Let's see. Couple that are still buyable. We'll get to those. Let's look at Bitcoin total shit show. This is probably on Michael Saylor's head. Yeah, it's going even lower. A lot of people are going to blow out due to leverage and margin, and then the brokers not letting people pull money. That's awful. It's terrible. I mean, I can't even imagine a scenario like that. So, worst case scenario for Bitcoin and ETH. I'm a huge believer in Bitcoin. We'll wait and see. I'm not buying this. This is straight up stage 4 decline. I would wait. The reason I would wait is there's a lot of people that have borrowed money on Bitcoin, big money. And around this level is a lot of people, man. If those people become forced sellers, we got a real fucking problem. So I wouldn't be brave on Bitcoin. You got plenty of time, man. Plenty of time. This is not going up any fucking time soon at all. This could be a long time before this goes up. It could be a long time. So if you're dripping, do it tiny. I would not get in a rush on this. You got plenty of time. So Bitcoin looks terrible. We don't even need to look at the rest of them. They all look like shit. Bonds, same thing. Every asset class is being sold right now. It's a total purge. Bonds are just going straight fucking down. China, everything. So everything's going down, man. Now, if you're an investor, you need to think like an investor. They're not destroyed. They're just down. And if you're an investor, then you need these things. This is good for you. You need these things. You need them to go down, okay? And this morning I was saying on my story, avoid fear mongers, man. Anybody out there predicting this and that, fuck those people. Don't listen to them. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I showed a guy last night for 2 fucking years has been calling for the cloud. Well, now he's right. 2 years later, it's like, okay, dude. So avoid those people. It's nonsense. They don't know what they're talking about. They're just trying to scare people. And there's money in that because you can sell things. So avoid those things, man. You need to be an opportunist, okay? You want to eliminate debt and you want to buy shit from other people when they get scared. Simple philosophy. Very, 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 very simple. Very, very, very simple. When times happen like this, I stop watching the news. I stop listening to Kramer. I don't pay attention to any influencers. I don't watch any other traders. I don't give a fuck about anybody's opinion. Nothing. Why? Because the most important thing for me is to stay with my original plan. And anybody I listen to will fuck up that plan. So if now in times is you've very much got to guard your mind, okay? And people will start coming at me, man. They'll start coming at me. Oh, gee, you should blah, blah, blah. Hey, go fuck yourself. I'm not changing anything. This is what I do. I'm staying with it. Turn off the news. I'm not listening. I'm going to stay with my game plan, man. That's how I became a multimillionaire. I just stay with the game plan. And you ever hear me say that? People say, what would you invest in? What I invested in yesterday. It's not changing, okay? So bonds, bad. Everything's down. All the indexes, all the major indexes. We could look at small caps if you want to look at those. Now, small caps are holding the previous anchor point, so that's pretty good. So stay the course. I'm in a fund called Dawn, which is a small cap dividend stock fund. It's been all over the place. So this is a good time to stick to your company's fundamentals and not so much worry about other people's opinions on them. And again, we want to buy them when they're... We had Kraft come down. That was one we were talking about. Somebody just mentioned it. And you see Kraft is holding here. Remember I was talking about when it hits that 200? The 200 acts as a web, man. It captures price to the upside and to the downside. That 200 is... you see it captured it on the way down, right? Blocks it on the way up. Blocks it on the way up. So what we're looking for is to capture these stage ones. And this is a stage one here, okay, in craft. So craft's up for sale right now. Not everything's red, man. Coca-Cola's green. What platform do you use? This is stock charts, man. Stock charts. Lewis, man, you should let me help you, man. Why are you going to stay fucked up, bro? You're going to be all confused. Over there hanging out with your girl, probably buying her fancy purses and shit instead of focusing on the money. Taking days off, out partying with your boys, smoking weed last night. All this stuff. You could be getting rich. You could be talking to me. I could be in your head right now. We could have talked on the phone last night. I'd been like, look, let's get your shit together. Let's put together a 7-year plan to make you a millionaire, man. Why are you bullshitting? You spending all that time talking to people. Nobody around you is even giving you a 7-year plan to become a millionaire. Who anybody sat down with you guys and held your hand and say, hey man, let's do a 7-year plan here? Nope. Nobody. You gotta get on the internet to find that shit. Ain't that sad? You gotta get on the internet to find that. Because none of your friends know how to do it. Yeah, bro, it's just you. Stock market's collapsing, but you're the only one down, sir. It's just you, sir. Nobody else is down. It's just you, sir. You're the only one. We're all up 10,000%. When do you think is a good time to buy more Bitcoin? Let's see. Here's when I think it's a good time to buy more Bitcoin. Same thing I've been teaching now for 4 years, every fucking day, to anybody that'll listen, okay? Anybody listen, it's the same thing. Nothing changes, okay? Nothing changes, whether recession, non-recession. Nothing changes ever. It never changes. The exact same plan that I've had every day for 10, 12 years now that we've been doing the money flow. Same exact plan. We wait for shit to come in, and we wait for it to build a stage one, and we wait for it to go sideways, and we start accumulating with no idea if it's the bottom or the top, because that doesn't matter. I'm trying to accumulate. And when it runs up, I look to trim some. Very simple plan. Very simple plan. And let's see, who looks up 5-year plans before buying a home? I'm in Jersey. Let's talk plan investing. Man. Who looks up 5-year plans? Shit, I'm looking at 50-year plans. Bro, when I buy houses, I look to never sell them. When I buy stocks, I'm looking never to sell them. Now, that doesn't mean I don't trim. That doesn't mean I might not roll a property, like 1031 exchange it. But the goal is for me to accumulate. Let's see about trading. I lost lots of money trading. Maybe you should stop trading there, bro, and learn to invest. And then come back to trading. I've said this before. It's easier to teach an investor how to trade than it is to teach a trader how to invest. Let me say that again for the slow kids in the back. It's easier to teach a investor to be a good trader than it is to teach a trader to become an investor. I'll let you ponder on why that is. Kraft is probably one of the only stocks here that I would consider even looking at. I doubt it holds, so we'll see. Yeah, IBM went green, so that's cool. Diversified is a scare tactic. Come on, bro. Get out of here with that. It's not scared. It's called being smart, man. I got all kinds of diversification. Different assets, different sectors, different fucking... I'm not scared about anything, man. I'm smart. So when shit runs up, I'm trimming it. When other stuff comes down, I'm using the trims from that to buy other things, man. We got oil stocks breaking. This is interesting. This is obviously a raise of capital. People are trying to take any profits they got. And look, those are getting bought back quick. Now, important lesson. RSI, if you don't learn one thing about the stock market, you need to learn about the RSI. You need to learn about the RSI. Whenever that thing goes extreme, you're going to see price pullback. and we saw it right on time. Pull back. Doesn't mean it's going to stay down. It just means the current run over the last, all it's measuring is 14 days of price movement. So as we look at the RSI, it's one of the key components of 6 indicators that we look at inside of trying to figure out the 4 stages of price movement. So RSI, number 4, Relative Strength Index, tracks 14 days of price movement to give, and all it's measuring is, has it run up too high? Has it come down too low? No, where it says, while paying off debt, would you suggest putting a small amount? Nah, I wouldn't. I would pay off my debt, man. The stock market will always be here for you. Let's see. Let's nomenclature for crap. Nomenclature, man. It's not called nomenclature. It's called ticker symbol. What am I got? A bunch of fucking... Where'd you guys come from, man? It's ticker. KHC. Come on, man. I'm just looking at some of these weird questions. Taylor, did you not come because I made fun of you yesterday? Gerald made fun of me. I'm not coming back. That guy's mean. I'm not coming back. He makes fun of people. I had to turn his live off. He's so mean. Making fun of people. That's not nice, G. Let's see. Where's Uber? Everything looks bad, man. We already went through it, Corey. You're late. Well, you guys buying the Amazon breakout. That was good. Uber's holding support, so that's cool. You know, it's hard to get excited. Gerald's so mean. He's always making fun of people and saying mean things. I don't like his attitude. My mom didn't talk to me that way. My mom said I was special and that I was a winner. Let's see. That guy's always saying mean things. He's telling me not to take vacation, stop spooning. Let's see. Yeah, Uber's holding the pivot point. I don't know, man. We got to wait and see what's up, man. See if it's going to hold it. It's too, I wouldn't get aggressive here, man. We don't know, man. The RSI says there's still room to the downside. I trust RSI more than your favorite YouTuber. So for every YouTuber, and myself included, every guru out there, trust me, this RSI is better friend to you than any guru, okay? Trust the RSI. Let's see. But Gerald, I deserve time off. I've worked so hard this year. Honestly, they need to listen to what I know they do, man. I try to say it in different ways to make people laugh or think it's funny, but I get people to take it personal. That guy's so mean. Let's see. Is it wise to invest in Bitcoin now? I like Bitcoin. No, sir. Don't do that, sir. This. So if you don't have my book, man, do yourself a favor. Skip out on the $47 in flowers for your girl and get this. Skip lunch. Like, do something for yourself, man. Get the book and stop bullshitting and read it. I know all 213 of you haven't read it that are on Instagram and however many on YouTube, okay? Get the book, man, and read it. And the purpose of it isn't direction. I know a lot of people think it's direction. It's not direction. It's just telling you what it's doing. And whatever it's doing, we assume it keeps doing until it stops doing. And you're like, what do you mean? Well, once the stage 4 decline happens, I don't look for a bottom until the RSI goes extreme. So if we're looking at the SPY and you're like, is it a time to buy? No. Why? The RSI is not extreme. Look, it's not extreme. That means there's more room to the downside, right? That's what that means. This measures price velocity over the last 14 days. And it says there's still more room to the downside. So we shall see. And you say, well, how do I know that worked? Look over here. It doesn't mean it's a bottom. It just means temporarily it's going to stop. And so that's our first sign. It's like this morning I was talking about the canary in the coal mine. So, too soon, man. Too soon. We'll see. It's not, RSI hasn't hit. Yeah, well, and let's see. We were definitely below. This is setting up for a good move, though, man. Setting up for a good move. Especially if you're in the triple leverage. let's see. I know your mama told you. Your mama tells everybody they're great. Oh, baby, you can do it. Your mama's probably wrong. All right, let's see. I'm having camera stand problems. Too soon, man. Too soon. So, I don't know. I'm not really buying out anything here. What? GPS. Come on, bro. You interrupt the class for that. Do you think we test 350? I don't think, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Think of all that time you just wasted thinking there, dude. You think the SPY will test 350? Think of the wasted fucking time just even thinking that. You could have been thinking something that could have made your family more money. Instead, you're thinking on that. Because it don't matter, man. Will it go to 350? You know, oh, maybe. Who cares? I mean, are you trading that? You're going to trade it goes to 350? You're going to put on a leverage trade? Maybe borrow some money on your fucking credit card and do it that way, right? Is that what we're doing? So if you were trading that, you would have already been short, man. There was your signal right there when price dove underneath the 20. That was your sell signal. So does it go to 350? Don't care. I'm not wasting any brain power on that. It's just silly, man. It's silly to sit around contemplating. It doesn't matter. It's going to do what it's going to do. And right now, it's in a stage 4 decline. So where does it go? I don't know. I don't care. What I'm waiting for is it to stop. How do you know it stops? It stops and it starts to go sideways. And it'll build out. It'll build out a stage 1. And then I want to start buying some. Well, what if it goes down? Same thing. It'll stop. It'll start doing stage 1. Now, eventually it might go to 350. Might go. And the guy says, well, I think it'll go 350. He'll be like, see, I was right. Okay. And, so, but my plan is to accumulate on the 350s, right? So I wouldn't buy here. We'll see. So that's how you want to think about that, man. Don't spend a lot of time contemplating silliness. Will it go here? Will it go there? Nobody knows. And everybody that's so sure of where something's going, I don't know, man. To anybody that understands the market, it just sounds dumb when you say that. Oh, it's going to here. You sound stupid. You don't know that. You can't know that. You just have an opinion, and you know what opinions are like. So I'm telling you, if you're new, don't spend time with that. And don't get caught up with people doing that because they don't know. They really don't, or they'd be super rich. They'd have all the money in the world. You only need to know 3 times for certain to get rich. So don't spend any time on that, man. What is it doing right now? Is it in a buy zone or is it in a sell zone? And what is the relation to the fundamental analysis? So when you look at the fundamentals, now don't misunderstand what I'm saying. You don't just do technicals. Because if the company has shitty fundamentals and is going to go out of business, it's going to do stage 1, then down again, stage 1, and it's just going to work its way to fucking zero. So that's not what we're doing. We're not doing technicals with blinders to the fundamentals. Right? So the problems that are happening to Uber are legit. Gas prices are legitimately high. They weren't high a year ago or 2 years ago when I started accumulating. Right? Shit's changed. So yeah, that's going to lower the value of the company. But if you're playing the company for the future of what you think it'll do, then you gotta decide what you're going to do with it there, man. Keep that in mind. Yeah, if you're buying long term, then I wouldn't too much worry about it, man. Just nibble on these stage 1s. How will I get your book? Click the bio link, man. Come on, man. You already know that. He says he's adding to VTI. Don't add to VTI, bro. See? Now listen to what he's saying. He's adding to VTI. Don't add to VTI yet, man. It's not time yet, man. All you got to do, look. There's still more room to the downside. Now, you can't, if you're a long-term, yeah, you can just buy. That works. But what's the point in tuning into a person like me if you're just fucking buying it every day? Don't matter. But I would wait. I don't think the bottom is in. If you're a daily buyer, then, whatever. I don't know. If that's the case, I wouldn't even spend time listening to stock people. I would just fucking buy and never look up. I mean, If you're just doing the indexing works, guys. Buying index funds works. What makes it work is you're not changing your mind, and over time you're just consistently buying. What the money flow is about is trying to target those buys inside a portfolio of stocks, whether it be growth stocks, penny stocks, dividend stocks. And so as I only have so much money in the world, I want to really try to take the best advantage of the lowest price I can, and then also take advantage of maybe selling into some strength, right? So here's a good one. DS is getting smashed right now, right? Jesus, down 24%. That's because it's a penny stock and these are weak hands. But notice what happened here. And I probably should have, I put out, hey, I'm not selling any when it hit the 70 RSI. I said I wasn't selling any. I'm playing a longer play in this game. I'm not going to try to move in and out, in and out, in and out of it. But when that hits, when the RSI hits that extreme, anticipate it pulling back, and you see what happens. It comes straight down. It's supposed to do that. That's what this indicator's for. It's to help you. So if you want to, if this goes extreme, one way or the other, that's the only thing I'm looking for is extreme, and it just barely touched it. So, here's another one we were talking about, AT&T, and I'll wrap this up, man. There's not a lot to talk about today. This is a perfect rollover, and we saw this. AT&T hit another RSI extreme. There's our anchor point, right? There's our box, right? We got our box. There's your rollover. Your 5-day, 10-day start to cross, and price went below the 20. So if you're looking at the money flow pattern, remember we were talking about this on last, I think it was Friday or Thursday, that's what you're seeing. It ran up, it tagged a stage 3 distribution, started rolling over. Now I didn't sell any. I don't have any interest in selling AT&T. But what does that tell me as an investor? Oh, I need to keep an eye on this. It's starting to turn over. So when do I look to buy? Well, I want it to come down, man. So, is it going to come down? I don't know. Tried it over here and didn't come down much. So, but as I look at the RSI, what does it tell me? There's plenty of room for it to keep going down. It could easily come down into here. And what would that be? That would just simply be the money flow pattern, right? Sideways, up, sideways, and then down. And all that is no judgment on AT&T's price. All that judgment is the natural flow of price. Price moves in 4 stages. This is how it's supposed to move. And based on what your point and purpose is, whether you're an investor or a trader, would tell you what to do. So my man that says he sold DS, he's obviously trading it. I'm investing in it. So it's a little different. If you're trading it, when that RSI hits that extreme, you want to sell some. Okay? You want to sell some. So let's look at, since he's on here bragging, since you're showboating, let's look at your trade. Now show us all your trades though, sir. Send me a list of all of them. So he sold right here, right as the RSI is banging, and it hits the 200. So, and I would have never got out of all of it, even as a trader, just in case it keeps going. But it didn't, it came down. Let's see. There's no reason to look at Airbnb, man. Airbnb looks like all the other ones. Yeah, so the first sign when the RSI is below 30, and I got this noise, I'm probably fixing to have to kill it. So this is your pattern, man. What this is going to do is add order to your chaos, man. You got to learn this. And you got to learn how to read a stage 1. What is a stage 1? You got to learn how to identify the anchor point, how to build out the support and resistance levels, the stages, set your targets. Man, once you spend a little time with this, it's going to add a lot of order to it. Doesn't mean you know where price is going, okay? You don't know that. You just got to know. You got to know that that's a natural flow of price is doing those things. Let's see. I think thoughts on NIO. I think you're fucked. So that looks all right. let's see. Interesting. You hear how loud that is? These guys are out here just banging my house, man. Let's see. Just checking YouTube here for intelligent questions. GP, well said. Get the buckets right. You have to, yes, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love the YouTube people. What's up, Mike? Let's see. Yeah, man, I don't know. I put out this week the stocks that are on my watch list just to give you a heads up that I'm watching this week for a possible bottom. Can't add to everything. I'm looking to get into Ford. I mean, I'm in Ford. I'm looking to buy more Ford. We are not at a bottom yet. Delta's on my list. Delta's come down hard. Delta is definitely on my list. This is really attractive to me down here. Tough times for these type of stocks, though. Gage says, I can't yell at this guy because he's in the Discord. I know you hate the question, G, but just for fun, what do you think of the markets over the next 6 to 12 months? I think we're in a bear market. I think we continue to drift. This is what I think happens. And this is what it's worth. Nothing. But this is what I think happens. We're down now. We'll go sideways. It'll start to rally. And then we'll go sideways. And then we'll go down. And this shit will just keep dragging on until everyone's like, fuck the stock market. And it's just brutal, slow pain. And your wife's like, I told you were stupid for putting money in there. Until the wife calls you stupid, you probably have not hit the bottom. And, or the other way around. So what I would do, yeah, like Doc said there, drip, that buy and hold. I would hold all of my growth stocks. I'd hold them. Maybe one or two. I might add two. I'm going to keep buying Uber. I'm not going to lie. I'm not buying big positions here, but I'm a nibble, okay? And yeah, that's coming, man. The wife calling you stupid is coming. But I would focus on the quality of companies, because if we do drip down, you're just going to feel better holding those. The shit like Kraft, 3M. And a default list is always the dogs of the Dow, man. Dogs of the Dow are just no-brainer stocks. So keep investing, keep doing it. And if you get, if the stocks scare you, turn and focus on the index funds and just put money in there. Because over time, go look at Jeremy Siegel just put out a thing saying, listen, in 2 years from now, you're going to be very happy you did. But guess what? For the next year, it could just drift. And I think we're going to drift down and then sideways, maybe a little rally and then back down. And we're just going to keep, that's how normal, 2008 took 2 years to correct. 2 years. What happened in COVID was crazy and rare. I've never seen a market move so fast down and then so fast up. I don't believe that's I don't believe right now that's going to happen. These are fundamental institutional problems that aren't going to be fixed overnight. We got politics, we've got inflation. They can't fix this overnight. Handing out money ain't going to help them on this. So stay the course, stay with the positives, hold your growth plays, but I wouldn't just keep pounding money into Roku and PayPal, and I just wouldn't, man. I'm going to hold mine, but I'm not buying any until the market improves for those, If you're going to keep dripping in Bitcoin, turn down the drip, man. Keep it smaller. Or just wait, man. Just wait. But I would focus on the better ones. And if things turn faster than I'm thinking and you've focused on some of those better, they're going to come up too. You can scale out of them and start buying those aggressive breakouts. But honestly, my personal opinion, after the last 2 days, I think we head down. I had hope that we were going to turn up, but it just doesn't. Everyone has just accepted the narrative that we have to have a recession. I mean, literally every human being I talk to, from the Uber driver to the very sophisticated real estate investor, thinks we're going into recession. So that is literally going to make it happen. I prefer to stay in the zone of positivity and abundance, believing that I'm going to do well, believing that you guys are going to do well, hoping that the Money Flow gang does well, and in times like that, find a place to be, man. Find a place where you can be around people that'll pump you up when you don't feel like it. You know, one of my best buddies called me today, and he's like, he's buying, but he was like, man. And I'm like, I know. That's why you got to work on your mindset, man. Get into shit like the Master Key and Think and Grow Rich. Put a little time every day into that stuff, man. Even if it seems silly. You know, write down some goals, even if they seem stupid. And I'll tell you, when I got dual jackhammers going outside my house, dude. It's fun. French Quarter is always noisy. Yeah, man. Let's look at let's look at Airbnb. Yep, basically everything. No, man, I like Bitcoin. Hold it. Yeah, it just looks terrible. Yeah, when you say you feel sorry if you bought at the top, that's because you're a kid, man. You're a kid. That's because you're young, man. You're young. Right? He says, I feel sorry if you bought at the top. All right, well, let's challenge that theory. So this is Bitcoin. It's going down. Now let's back it up to a monthly chart and pretend like we've been in this for about 8 or 9 years. So which top are you talking about, sir? Do you feel bad for them if they bought this top? Or this one? You're talking about the latest one, right? I assume that's what you're talking about, the latest one? Because you're not talking about this one over here, are you? Are you talking about that top? And we could go back 14 years. Which top are you talking about, man? Which top are we talking about? I don't know which one you're talking about. You mean the current one? Right. That's because you guys are young, man. So you think the current information is the most important. When you start backing this shit up, you realize how it just depends on when you got on the horse and how long you stay on it. So let's back up the S&P. So what if you just got started? You just turned 19. You just started working a job, and they just started putting your money into retirement system. You're like, fuck this retirement system. Every time you put money in, my shit goes down. Because it's been going down for 6 months. Ever since I started working here. Down, down, down. You know what I could have bought with that money? That's what starts. Right? That's what the guy over here said too. And then it went down for 3 months. Went way down. This guy here lost like 22% of the money he put in the first few months. What a dummy, huh? Buying the top. What a dipshit buying the top there. We can just play this game all the way back to 1850 if you'd like. Imagine the guy bought the top over here. We just keep going, man. Look at the guy bought the top over here, man. That guy was really dumb. Then it fell like 50%. Right? And then what happened? So that's what's going to continue to happen, man. So don't get too caught up in that, man. When you're young, your brain is small. Seriously, you're like 20, 22. You're literally, scientifically, your brain is still growing. And the way you're going to see the world and the way you're going to internalize things is different. You're going to think that the thoughts you think are really important and that you're really brilliant and smart and that you've really figured out life, and yet you know nothing. And you have to get 10 years on yourself to look back and go, man, when I was 20, I wasn't very smart. Yet you thought you were a genius. And you'll see that play forward. When I'm 40 and I look back on 30-year-old Gerald, man, I could have done so much. I thought I was so smart. I was out there. I had all these opinions. And then I became 40-year-old Gerald or 50-year-old Gerald. And I look back on 40-year-old Gerald. I'm like, man, what was he thinking? But I thought I was wise when I was 40. See what I'm saying? Like, you're going to progress through life, man. And there's always a top and there's always a crash. You just got to get on the bus and stay on the bus, man. Yeah. If you guys that are young and getting a chance at this, man, oh man, you're lucky bastards. It doesn't feel good, I know, but it is true about your brain still grows until you're like 25, man. I'm not picking on anybody. That's just true. You develop. It's literally like, and guess what? As you get older, the same thing. Your brain starts to shrink. Your taste buds change. You can't see. You start falling down. Like, shit goes back, man. So keep that in mind. Always remember your wisdom is your wisdom, man, you got to be careful. Be careful trying to be too wise, man. I've been through 5 or 6 50% declines in my account. Okay? We've had several back-to-back, which makes it feel a little crazy right now. What's the lowest point DJI will go? 0, sir. If Russia launches a nuclear weapon, you're going to see the stock. I don't know why. I don't know what you would do with the money after a nuclear bomb had launched, but you'll probably see that happen. You don't need to know how low it's going to go. You need this. And when it hits a stage 1 and starts to go sideways, you should start buying some. And then if it goes lower, wait again. And when it hits a stage 1, start buying some. And when it goes lower and hits a stage 1, start buying some. And I promise you that works, man. What's up, man? I promise you that works. So Coca-Cola's green right now, right? And we'll end with this because I know that noise is ridiculous. Look at Coke. It's the only fucking stain. So if we back that up, I mean, you see it, right? This game's been playing out for a long time on Coke. So we're good, man. We're good. Now here come the bots. So stay positive, man. That's my the reason I'm wearing the if you're on YouTube, you can see I'm wearing the tie-dye shirt because I'm doing a tie-dye interview today about my friend that got shot. Let's see. He said, careful buying Coke. Yeah, so, man, keep it positive, man. Avoid these negative people. This is a great time to learn, understand the process of things. And remember, nobody knows where we're going, man. Nobody, like my man here said, eat the 800. He has no fucking clue. He's just sticking a finger in his nose and saying things. He has no idea where it's going. He thinks he does. And then when you're young and delusional, you think you know where shit's going. You really don't have any idea. Because if you knew that for certain, you could get extremely rich. And if you're not rich next week, then your opinion didn't mean shit. You're just saying things. You're not actually doing anything with it. So stick a finger in one nose, price predict in the other. You know, that's how you do it, man. And whenever I tell people, it makes them sad. Even my fellow influencers, they don't know, guys. They have no idea what's going to happen or where it's going. All of them. None of them. Not a single one of them. They have no idea. They can look at a chart. They can draw a line, stick a finger in their nose, and with the other one pick a price. But they don't know, man. They don't know. So the reason that's so important, and the reason I stress that so much, is because if you don't believe that, you can very easily get lured into the idea that I need someone, like someone else has secret knowledge I don't have. They don't. They may have some skill sets you don't have. You know what I mean? Like they may know some tricks you don't know. But it's all learnable. They don't have secret Illuminati knowledge. They don't know where price. They cannot read the future. None of them. Not me. Not Ashton. Not me. Nobody. Not Michael Saylor. Obviously, he's a rich fucking billionaire, and obviously he can't read the future. Not Kathy Woods. Not Jim Cramer. Not nobody. So keep that in mind, man. Keep that in mind, man. And that's me being humble, like me saying, and I can tell you where I think it's going to go, but that don't mean anything, you know. Like I was telling Gage there, I think the market will go down for the next 8 to 12 months. It don't mean it will. I don't know, man. I'm just, fuck do I know. I'm just following this pattern. So I want to accumulate on stage ones. Why would you not buy Coke? Because I already bought Coke when it was cheaper. You want to buy shit when it's on sale, man. So, which means you got to get ahead of it. You don't buy what's up today, man. Let's see. Let's see. I'm just seeing if there's any good questions here. God, that is so loud right here at my house. Jesus. Yes, abundance, prosperity, and positivity. I like that. APP. APP, baby. Abundance, prosperity, and positivity. I'm going to steal that. APP. Gerald definitely deserves to be in the forefront of... I don't know about that, man, but I appreciate the kind words, man. And I reiterate, if I ever offend anyone, it's not on purpose. And he says, do you predict ETH will fall further? Would like to buy now. Sorry, late to the party. No. You should buy my book, sir. You obviously don't own it. If you owned my book, you would know exactly when I think you should buy. So stop being cheap. You're going to go buy fucking lunch. It's the price of lunch, and then you would know the answer. But yes, I do think ETH will go lower. Any REITs on your radar? As you know, I'm in AG&C. I'm going to give you a couple, and then I'll get off here. AG&C, monthly dividend payer, headed straight down. Obviously, there's risk in these. These have to do with mortgages. These stocks could go much lower. If you're getting in these, you better be prepared for... I've ridden this stock to $4 several times, okay? So be prepared for them. I like AG&C. I like MFA. I like USA. I started buying these. USA pays 10% dividend yield. It's a leverage fund though, so keep that in mind. This is more of an income fund, and I like GLV is one we are buying. And now it's in a buy zone though, technically. Yeah. Yeah, I've got a large position in BX, so I won't be adding to BX, but I really do like the stock. Wow, it's so loud. There's an endless list of REITs, right? You just got to pick a few and add it to them. Endless list of REITs. That's it, man. I don't think I'm going to be buying anything. I'm going to watch it to the close, see what happens around 2 o'clock. I mean, if we're going to go lower, I'd just soon pay a lower price, you know? I did not close my trade-in plug on Friday. Obviously, eating it for that. Anchor points holding. I'm going to give it a little time. Maybe that's a dumb idea, but we'll see if it holds here, man. How is GameStop still trading so high? Follows its own rules, man. Ford and Delta are on my conviction list this week. So Uber, Ford, Delta, and I like the closed-end funds. I mean, there's a million stocks I like. You just gotta, every week I try to focus on 3 or 4 that I'm really looking to add to based on how they're sitting inside my portfolio. So don't forget portfolio management. Go look at your stocks and look at your position sizes. Hasbro's one that I've been wanting to add more to. Remember we tried to buy that and then it ran on us? Well, it's back in a buy zone, so Hasbro's back up for sale. This stock is very cheap, pays a dividend, trading below the 200. It was a position I added last year. I only got like 3 or 4 grand of it. I'd like to get it eventually to 10, so let's get it higher. Now it's going to be my chance, but I need this stage 1 to form, right? We need it to go sideways for 4 days. 4 days sideways. We need it 4 days sideways. That's what a stage 1 is. Yeah, I like Delta. I like Ford here. I like to play them individually. If you're not into stocks, then play the index. Indexes are fine. I like stocks, so I play stocks. I don't know if I would buy meme stocks. Now we're shorting the Russell, so we're off into the never lands. All right, man. Hope you guys do well. Stay positive. Avoid fear mongers. Avoid negative news. It's going to get bad. Cut back on your spending. Try to create some second income streams. Get back to the basics, man. If you don't have my free ebook, get it. It's not going to talk to you about trading, but it is going to talk to you about getting your money right and the way you see money and the way you see the markets and the way you see life. Super, 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 super important. On Saturdays, I've been doing these little classes for if you're on my subscription feed. And then it's not really part of the Money Flow gang or stocks, but I will drop my favorite stocks that week from time to time in there. But mostly it's commentary behind the scenes of what I'm doing in my life, what's going on at my house, family, partying, all that good stuff. I party way too much, but I like to share the photos. Let's see. So anything I can do to help you, man, you guys let me know. Hopefully that wasn't too loud, YouTube. Man, it is banging here. This is so loud. You just dropped 40 all time accumulated another 100 ship. Yeah, man, that fall is massive in DS. That I'm surprised about that. 22%. Looks like some buyers are coming in though. That's a really big fall, man. I don't know. I'm just looking at things. Says gas just hit $6. That's, I don't know where that's at. Yep. Who is that? Rachel? Yep. You're very welcome, Rachel. All right, guys. That's all I got, man. I haven't done any buying today. I do like craft here. It's about the only that's about the only stock that I'm like. But I'm in no urgency here. We'll see if we hold these levels into the close, man. Appreciate you guys.